Wow, guys, everybody is trying to go against Trump right now, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's a very, very bad time. You guys got to check this video out.
After some 200 Venezuelans accused of being gang members were deported to El Salvador last weekend and sent to a high-security prison there. And even though most Americans agree with President Trump's tough stance on crime and illegal migration, Democrats want to stop him. Federal Judge James Boasberg, appointed by former President Obama, claims he wants details on the deportation flights after blocking President Trump from using the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to deport the immigrants, a ruling the DOJ has called judicial overreach. Here's the president on Friday.
They're tough people. They're bad people. We don't want them in our country. We can't let a judge say that he wants them. You know, he didn't run for president. He didn't get much more than 80 million votes. And we just can't let that happen.
In addition to both,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. If you're appointed by Barack Obama, that says everything. Call me racist. Call me what do they call black people these days? Uncle Tom. Call me whatever you want. If you're appointed by Barack Obama and you're still a part of any control of power, just get rid of you. Or Biden, Kamala. If you're appointed by any Biden or Obama, they got to get rid of you, man, because you're just cancerous. You got to get rid of the cancer before you could heal the body. The body is America, you know, and you got people like Boasberg running around and these other three. Come on, look. Biden appointee. I didn't even read this. Biden appointee. Obama appointee. Obama appointee. Come on, man. Get rid of these people, man. They're cancerous to America. Let's keep going, man. Let's see what we got, because I'm sure you're going to love this video.
Boasberg, three other federal judges have ruled against the administration on different cases, including men competing in women's sports and government cuts by DOJ, all by judges appointed by either former Presidents Obama or Biden. As Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is taking a victory lap over the judges' resistance.
We did put 235 judges, progressive judges, judges not under the control of Trump last year on the bench, and they are ruling against Trump time after time after time.
And while judges are doing their part to stop the president, agitators are taking to the streets to vandalize Tesla vehicles in protest of Elon Musk and DOJ, with the FBI revealing that Tesla vehicles and dealerships are being targeted with arson, gunfire, and vandalism in at least 9 states. President Trump is promising harsh penalties for these vandals, threatening to send them to jail for up to 20 years, with Attorney General Pam Bondi branding it as domestic terrorism.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I'm sorry, whatever you want to say. 4 people have already been arrested for this stuff that they're doing to these Tesla vehicles. Hold these people accountable. Show them what happens when you mess with America. Because I'm pretty sure at this point, man, people think they could just do a crime, get a slap on the wrist, and be back out to the free world. Every day I see something crazy in the news, and people just are back free within 2 to 3 weeks. I think Trump and Pam Bondi should make an example out of these people, or else they're gonna think you could run over. And I know Trump's not one of those guys you could just run over. The Republican Party since January 20th is not one of those parties that you could run over. Since Zelensky came there to visit, you can't run over us, buddy. You need us. Let's keep going, man. Let's see what we got.
Joining me now, the woman herself in the Sunday Morning Futures exclusive, Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi. AG, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Maria. Happy Sunday.
And to you. Let me start with those flights to Venezuela. What can you tell us about Judge Boasberg's ruling and whether or not the Supreme Court is going to get involved here?
Oh, the Supreme Court will get involved. This is an out-of-control judge, a federal judge trying to control our entire foreign policy, and he cannot do it. You know, he dragged us into court on a Saturday without any notice, and then he's continuing these hearings. He's trying to ask us about national security information, which he is absolutely not entitled to. We are appealing. We will be in court Monday. Again, we will win. We will prevail. There are 261 reasons why Americans are safer today, and that's because those people are now in an El Salvador prison. And we are going to follow the law, and we are going to protect Americans. You know, there's a reason why Biden's approval rating was plummeting because of the border. There's a reason why the current Democrats' approval rating is at 29%. People want to be safe. This is President Trump's agenda to keep Americans safe, Maria. It's basic public safety. Get these people out of our country as fast as we can. They're not immigrants. They're illegal aliens who are committing the most violent crimes you can imagine on Americans. Murder, rapes. You know, ask the parents of all of these young women who have been violently strangled, raped, and murdered. And we are going to continue to make America safe again because that's President Trump's agenda.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, guys, it's been a huge, huge mandate for change. And finally, we're getting it. America's becoming safer by the day, by the second, actually. But I think Pam Bondi has one of the easiest jobs. You know, she could just sit there and say, "You want to take us to court? We're gonna win in court." You could say that when you've been next to Trump, and you've seen everything he's been through. You've seen all the court cases that they've thrown at him, and he's made it out alive from all of this, being shot at. Come on, man. They target this man for 4 years straight. The average person, you target me for 4 hours straight. I'm up out here. I'm gone. But they target him for 4 years straight, man, and they couldn't find nothing legitimate.
And we're going to talk with the NYPD commissioner in a few minutes, Jessica Tisch, and I'm going to ask her about the migrant arrests being down and whether or not it's a complete, impact from the president taking these people out of the city. Does this mean, though, that we've stopped shipping people out of the country as we await for resolution here from the Judge Boasberg ruling?
Well, we're continuing with the legal process, but we're also continuing to arrest people. We're not going to stop arresting these violent criminals. You know, the Alien Enemies Act applies today really more than ever. You know, old law is often the best law if you think about how the laws that have been on the books for a very long time. We are in modern day warfare. They have invaded our country, TDA, Tren de Agua. They are organized. They have a command structure. They are sending money to each other throughout the country and out of the country back to support their terrorist actions. It's modern day warfare, and we are going to continue to fight that and protect American citizens every single step of the way.
The last time we spoke, AG, you said in the next year, in a couple of years, we will not have what's called a sanctuary city. Are you getting resistance from these cities who say, no, we are a sanctuary for illegals?
Well, sure we are, and we're going to continue to pull their funding. We're going to continue to sue them, and they're going to come around. They're going to have to, because the federal government is going to step in and do the jobs of these cities and states who are refusing to protect their own citizens. I truly cannot comprehend how these states, how these governors want to protect criminals over the rights of their own citizens. These are violent criminals. Crime was through the roof. And now with Donald Trump, it's going to plummet because we're going to get them off the streets if the state governments aren't. So, yes, we're going to continue to fight that every step of the way. We will win.
What about these vandals on Tesla vehicles and dealerships? Give us the consequences there. And what are you learning once they're arrested? Why are they doing this?
Well, you know, we're looking at so much on this. There have been 3 federal charges so far, and I say so far. We are looking at all of these cases across the country. We have a dedicated task force. These are not isolated incidents, as you know, and these aren't vandals. These are Molotov cocktails. You know, that could be a weapon of mass destruction that they're throwing in Tesla dealerships, that they're lighting these Tesla charging stations on fire that are in residential neighborhoods.
Exactly.
I mean, it could cause tremendous damages. And people need to know the 3 people in custody right now, they will receive severe and swift consequences, and they are facing up to 20 years in prison.
And that's another thing, man. They're not even noticing that these people are coming over here committing terrorist acts and then turning you into a terrorist, protecting them by bombing Tesla. Guys, come on, man. What is going on at this point? What part about this are you not or understanding? This is why I'm so happy that I woke up from the trance of being a Democrat, because I would never know what's going on. I think, man, they're protesting against Tesla. Let me go out there. I got some old pictures, man. I can show you guys of me holding up signs saying stand up when all this stuff was going on in 2020, not knowing that I was going against the man that could actually save this country. Let's keep going, guys. Let's end this video out.
We are not negotiating these. We are not coming off these charges. We are looking at everything, especially if this is a concerted effort. This is domestic terrorism. And Maria, now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's
Come on,
take
man.
him out on my birthday, she says. Yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official. And so she needs to tread very carefully because nothing will happen to Elon Musk.
I'm gonna end the video right there because that's all Pam Bondi had to say. That's all she had to say. You you sit there, and you try to give Crockett, what's her name, Jasmine Crockett. You try to give her an inch, she takes him out. Then they want to sit there and say Trump did January 6th. Trump made sure January 6th was bad. Trump did this. Trump did that. But she can go out and do it. It's cool when the Democrats do it, but it's a problem when Trump does it. Man, I'm telling you, what a time to be alive. Let me know what you think about this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know what the act too.